Welcome back to the Sting of Scorpion Z31, and today I'll be talking about dark matter. But first, a shout out to TA Kirby Star. He does some awesome Let's Plays, Kirby related content, and so much more, so just check him out and subscribe to them, or else you may end up getting a black eye, and that's not a fun experience. Anyways, with that out of the way, let's begin. Dark Matter. Dark Matter first debuted in Kirby's Dream Land 2 as the main antagonist and final boss, where he stole the rainbow bridges connecting the Rainbow Islands, and possessed King Dedede in an attempt to shroud the world in darkness by forming dark clouds that would soon begin plaguing the land within that darkness. The only way Kirby can fight Dark Matter is to collect all of the rainbow drops and defeat King Dedede, who had fallen into an unnatural sleep. Once this is completed, the rainbow drops then form into the Rainbow Sword. Dark Matter leaves Dedede's body and flies high into the sky, and Kirby uses the Rainbow Sword to pursue him. Dark Matter then interestingly takes the form of a swordsman. Dark Matter would then reveal his true form to then just get destroyed, and pieces restored to Dreamland. The question now is, why did Dark Matter want to shroud the world in darkness to begin with? Well, according to the Kirby of the Stars large encyclopedia, Dark Matter targeted Planet Popstar because he was lonely and grew jealous of Dreamland since everyone there is friends with each other, and he couldn't say, "Be my friend." Why couldn't he say that? Well, we'll get there eventually. In Dreamland 3, we meet Zero. Zero is the leader of the Dark Matter invaders, who would also attempt to shroud the world in darkness. Of course, Kirby goes off to stop this from happening. But before we talk a bit more about Zero, we gotta talk a bit about Gooey. Gooey, your newest ally, who is actually around since Dreamland 2, is said to be made of the same stuff as Dark Matter. There is also a female Gooey known as Girl Blob, but yeah, that's all we really get here. Throughout the game, from helping others, we obtain what is known as Heart Stars, resulting for the positive energy to then turn into the Love Stick. The Love Stick is quite an interesting weapon to say the least. Dark Matter and Zero are then destroyed, pieces restored to Dreamland once more. Except, do keep in mind, however, that what appears to be the hive of Dark Matter was never actually destroyed, and it flew off to somewhere else. And since Dark Matter lost its ruler, Zero would then presumably be replaced by Zero-2, a successor. A reincarnation? Anyways, remember how I said the hive fled? Well, that hive is now looked after by its new ruler, and was fixed up with a band-aid. So, yet again, soon after, Dark Matter strikes, this time going for planet Ripplestar to destroy one of its biggest weaknesses, being the Crystal Shards, or aka, the Fairy Crystals. Dark Matter managed to destroy the Crystal Shards, and the shards were then scattered across different planets. Dark Matter was pretty persistent this time around and quickly managed to cover Ripplestar along with many other planets in darkness. Ribbon, the guardian of the Crystal Shards, ended up falling in Dreamland and meeting Kirby. The two then go off to collect the Crystal Shards to restore peace. Dark Rimuru, Dark Rimura, and Dark Rimuro are a trio of Dark Matter beings who made their first appearance in Kirby 64, the Crystal Shards. These three are seen invading Planet Popstar in search of the Crystal Shards, but of course, Kirby would defeat them. Kirby and his friends eventually reach Ripplestar to then meet Miracle Matter, another form of Dark Matter. This white icosahedron is able to use all sorts of abilities. But anyways, Kirby and his friends managed to put an end to Miracle Matter, and with all the Crystal Shards back in one piece, reveal Zero-2, whom had possessed the Fairy Queen and managed to then destroy Zero-2, alongside planet Darkstar. Peace is yet again restored, right? Well, in Kirby Squeak Squad, we meet Dark Nebula, a form of dark matter in the shape of a star that was sealed in a chest for a very, very long time. Presumably by Meta Knight and King Dedede, it's been there for so long that it was eventually forgotten. DeRoach, leader of the Squeaks, stole this chest thinking there was something else to be within it and opened it, only for him to get possessed by Dark Nebula. Dark Nebula is known as the leader of darkness, or Dark Zero in Japan, perhaps signifying that Dark Nebula, like Zero, was also a leader to the dark matter invaders at some point, or just a being of dark matter of great performance. Dark Nebula, similar to Miracle Matter, is able to use abilities, specifically Ice, Fire, and Spark. Dark Nebula's main weakness seems to be the Triple Star. And while the Triple Star is Dark Nebula's main weakness, any ability can destroy this form of dark matter. Of course, Dark Nebula is destroyed and peace is restored. However, we encounter another being of dark matter in Kirby Mass Attack within Kirby Quest. So yeah, he seems to have a swordsman form just like the one back in Dreamland 2. This being of dark matter, like Dark Nebula, can be defeated by whatever, but his main weakness seems to be the Galaxia, aka Meta Knight Sword. This being of dark matter is also defeated. There are others that appear to be dark matter, and their names also imply they are dark matter, but they were never really confirmed, but to be honest might as well be. You have my permission to call these dark matter. Dark Mind, a presumed mirror form of dark matter that plagued the mirror world, causing it to grow dark and twisted, whom, funny enough, his main weakness being the Galaxia. Dark Crafter, a presumed form of dark matter that uses goggles as a disguise, who wishes to steal the color of planets to leave darkness to fall over. Those are the two I'll give you permission to call dark matter. We never truly see dark matter show up again, but we do meet a clone of dark matter in Kirby Planet Robobot, perhaps created from the Haltman Works Company's laboratory studies upon Planet Popstar's history, as this is clearly a clone of the dark matter invader from Dreamland 2. This clone provides us that dark matter can use memories as a power of sorts, as the clone manages to bring up the Rainbow Sword, the thing that originally defeated him. This is quite important to note. In Kirby Clash Deluxe, we also learn that Dark Matter Swordsman has no hair, and that whatever appears to be hair is really a part of his body. Weird. Lastly, we move to Kirby Star Allies. Dark Matter's origins are pretty much revealed to us. Void Termina, the origin of all matter, hearts, soul, dreams, and darkness, a being dependent upon emotional energy around it to one day be reborn to a new existence. Void Termina receiving bad emotional energy most likely means Void Termina will be reborn as dark matter, a being of darkness whose goal is to spread such said darkness. In any case, to each their own, but it's irrefutable that Void Termina is the origin of all matter, of which literally includes darkness. That's straight up facts. But what about GUI? Well, GUI is essentially made of the same stuff as dark matter, and is listed alongside the dark matter invaders, but seemingly had no real ill will and was even stuffed or hiding within a protective bag. So what gives? Is he his own thing? Was he born that way? That's definitely a possibility, but there is also the other possibility that, well, hear me out. Technically, it's not entirely said it is impossible for dark matter to change its ways, in which I'd assume that process must be quite painful or even deadly, being as dark matter is primarily weak to positivity. But I mean, just think about it. Dark matter being lonely and not being able to say, "Be my friend," and 02 just blankly staring into a mirror while in the possession of the Fairy Queen, there is definitely some kind of symbolism there. And to me, it kind of seems that maybe deep down, dark matter may truly wish to find happiness, but that is just something they themselves cannot go out of their way and do, since that is just the way they were born. Kind of sad, really. GUI, in turn, just so happened to be lucky, I suppose, and managed to actually change for the better with Kirby by his side. He truly has become a reliable ally, even if GUI does question who he is at this point in time and cannot remember anything at all. The fact that GUI is a good friend of Kirby's, though, kinda proves that dark matter has some kind of free will and independent thought. Goodness knows. Oh yeah, I almost forgot to mention that Gooey also is able to use copy abilities. Good for him. Now onto the fun facts. Both Dark Matter and Zero were planned to be playable characters in Kirby Canvas Curse, which perhaps further drives the idea that Dark Matter can truly change its ways. Here are lyrics from Video Game Music Choir on Zero 2 that I'd love to share with you, since it seems to match up with the tragedy of Dark Matter's existence. And I'll suffer endlessly, this is why I have to be alone. In darkness, you denied my happiness, and I shall return the world to nothing, 'cause if I cannot feel joy, no one ever will. But that's all there is to really know about Dark Matter. What do you think about Dark Matter? Want to see them show up again in a future Kirby game? Let me know in the comments below. Like this video if you liked it, and subscribe for more. Until then, I'll catch you all later. Welcome back to the